everybody. Welcome to Kingdom Lum, small town underground. And welcome to the first Candidate Monday this evening. Let me get this off of here. Here we go. And so we've started a series here on Small Town Underground where we're going to be doing Candidate Mondays every other Monday. So I want to start tonight with Melvin Von Moody. I'm fixing to introduce him in a second. And so far this is the 11th that we're going to do Melvin Moody. We're looking at March 25th. We're going to be talking to Nick Ware, who's running for Catoosa County Commissioner. April the 8th, we're going to have Sheriff Steve Wilson. And then I've got some more slots and some more people that have reached out. We're going to be making time for them on Mondays so that we can spread the word and you can meet some of the candidates that are running for office in our area. And, we're just kind of going to let them have the show and ask a few questions and let them get their message out there so that we can all be more informed voters. So, Melvin Moody, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. It's good to have you tonight. So why don't you go ahead and tell the audience who you are and what you're running for.
So first one, no pressure. We got to kick this off right.
That's right. Absolutely.
Okay. So my name's Melvin Moody. I live here in Lafayette, Georgia, and I'm running for Walker County District 3 Commissioner. I'm 42 years old. I've lived here since early 2020.
Okay.
I've lived in North Georgia pretty much all my life.
Right.
Me and my wife and kids are from the Cartersville, Rome area. Work's kind of traveled me around some different places, but primarily have stayed in North Georgia.
Okay.
Married to my wife, Erica. We've been married for 23 years.
Nice.
We actually met in 6th grade, so
wow.
We've been
okay.
together going on 30 years.
That's good.
We've got 2 kids. My oldest son, Austin, he's graduating from Lafayette High School this year.
With honors.
Yeah.
I got to see him walk on the stage the
yours
other day.
as well, right?
That's correct. She didn't get it from me. But
Austin didn't either. He didn't get it from me either, so he's way smarter than I am.
Gotcha.
But he's band captain, graduates this year. My youngest son, we homeschool, is Aiden. He turns 15 tomorrow.
Really? Wow.
So I think Eric is taking him as soon as he gets up to go get his permit. So
okay. Awesome.
Be careful if that happens
right.
tomorrow. So
gotcha. That's good, man. So what are you running for?
District 3 Commissioner. And so, for me, this isn't a career change, right?
Okay.
So, a lot of folks, when they get into, politics, in my personal opinion, it's either a career path, career choice that they decided to do, so the public, then, there's others that get in it because, there was some kind of trigger point. So it could be a local issue, could be something that, they witnessed happen to others. And that was just, what happened to me. There was some situation that happened that I saw impacted a neighborhood and some friends and others that I kind of moved into.
Mm-hmm.
And so, working with our local representatives, which was, it was a District 3 Commissioner directly,
right.
And the chairman, there was a lot of things kind of happened, I would say, behind the scenes of it. And the trigger point was when they had a scheduled meeting with the community, and the chairman no-showed it. And,
really?
And that was the trigger point for me where I said, you know what, I'm never been in politics, never, that really wasn't my thing. But, I've ran a business for a number of years, a long time, been in people management.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to run a business, and, the county is a business, how you look at it. And I know, more importantly, I know how to treat people. So for me, it's this is more about, hey, what can I do for Walker County,
mm-hmm.
and to be a more support for them and the people's
right.
looking after their best interest. So that was why I got into it.
Gotcha.
And, ever since 2022, I've been to every board meeting. If I haven't been to everyone, I've watched it on Facebook
right.
live and kept up with it.
That's good.
Been involved with GOP, and I think that's what
you have. Yeah, you've been very involved with the GOP. It's been great. You've always been there. You're on the committee. You really care about the community and moving the party principles forward. So I like it. I like it.
Thank you.
And plus, guess what? I'm in your district, so
oh, love it.
It's really good.
Hey, but by the way, this light up here, It makes your studio look great, but it's not making me look any
Ah,
better.
you
So,
look fine, man. Trust me, I got to get my ugly mug up here every day. So, and but it is what it is. Hey, it's good though. I'm glad. I hear what you're saying. So, you were kind of led to just get involved in this, so that because you were seeing things that you didn't like, and
yeah,
you think that you can make an impact and a difference, right?
yeah. So so career wise, like I said, I've worked for PepsiCo, and I've
Mm-hmm.
been with them 21 years.
Gotcha.
Have a very large service area
Mm-hmm.
manager, cover all of the Chattanooga service area, all of North Georgia. So it's you're managing a large P&L with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 250 employees
Wow.
as a part of that, and it's you've got to build a strong culture.
Mm-hmm.
And same way in the county and
Mm-hmm.
employees you have, you got to take care of them. You got to look out for what's right for them. You got
Right.
to look at after the citizens. With the understanding too that understand you can't make everybody happy,
Sure.
but you got to make the right choice and make a decision. Any decision is better than no decision at all.
Right. Right.
And you got to try to look out what's in the best interest
Mm-hmm.
for everybody. So yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, I do applaud that the fact that our commission is now a board of
hmm
commissioners, and I do think that things have been going fairly smoothly for a little while doing that. So I like the fact that we've got more people with more input and more representation. So it's a good thing.
yeah. And I encourage folks to come out. I mean, sometimes you might only have 5, 10
Hmm.
people in there,
Oh yes.
and sometimes you have a full house.
I agree. I think it's important. I haven't been to a commissioners meeting in quite a while. I did go for a while when we were pushing some things in the county that dealt with the Second Amendment, and they were well received, and I felt like that the commission board did us a good service for the community. So yeah, and it's something that we should be more of a part of. It's
Yeah,
kind of our own fault that we don't show up and really pay attention to what's going on.
yeah,
So
that's right. I encourage folks to go because a lot of times what happens is folks are coming there just because of an issue
yes.
or just something has upset them,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not getting the full view of the community,
Right.
right? So I encourage folks to at least go, from time to time,
Mm-hmm.
and from surveys we've done, more than I think it was the survey we kind of released a few weeks ago, I guess 4 or 5 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was about 75% that have participated or went to a board meeting
Right.
at some point. So
It's true. It's what is it? You never go to the doctor unless you're sick. Commissioners meetings are always kind of treated like that. Like, not too long ago, there were some friends of mine that were going to the commissioners meetings because of, I think it's a High Point community out there in Flintstone, that area. There was some land developer that was wanting to develop some land, and there were some things that got real heated, and he had told me, he's like, "Are you going to the commissioners meeting tonight?" And I was like, "Well, I can't, and I don't live out there," which is not an excuse, but I couldn't make it. But I was able to make it down here to the office, and I'm telling you, these parking lots were full of people.
hmm
So it's kind of like that, which I mean, it's a good thing. But I think we always need to be more active in our community and active in everything that's going on, even not when just the house is burning down, but
that's
just
right.
on a regular days, regular meeting. So, and I enjoy the transparency as well.
It's
So,
preventive maintenance, right?
absolutely, absolutely. Because there's a lot of things, commissioner has to work with the sheriff and the tax commissioner and the budget of your county and all these things. So,
Yep.
yeah, it goes hand in hand. So. Well, that's cool, man. So, what's your vision for when if you are able to be elected, and what kind of things are you wanting to focus on for District 3?
Yeah, it's a great question. So, for me, it was taking feedback. We've been going door to door. We've
Mm-hmm.
put in surveys. It's just going up to people and
Mm-hmm.
asking. So, really, it was hearing what their concerns were, and the top issues that came up was road
Mm-hmm.
maintenance, road paving, which was number one. It was followed by drugs and crime,
Mm.
which there's not going to be a whole lot the board of commissioners can do other
Right.
than working with the sheriff and stuff. But it was homeless, more around the sheltering, which can tie into drugs and crime.
Mm-hmm.
So there were some concerns of And I believe there's the two closest shelters is Somerville and Chattanooga, I believe.
We have one here in Lafayette too, in the city, but I don't know if they operate full time, but just a small one over here in West Lafayette. So
There's concerns with that, but one of the things that just stood out and it was striking. It was just the transparency piece, being accessible, being honest,
right,
being yourself, and respond.
right.
And I think all those things I'm hearing as I go around speaking to folks. So it's a lot of things are. It's very eye opening
Right.
when you're talking to folks. I mean, first time I went door to door because that just wasn't my thing. It was almost overwhelming. I looked at my wife at the first house and said, "Man, there's a lot of homes to go
Right,
to,"
right.
and it can be a little bit intimidating, but it's a good thing to do. You definitely get it's been well received and the feedback's been good, so we're going to continue to do it kind of grassroots, right?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. We got a lot of grassroots. I mean, especially with these kinds of shows and the social media, you can really get out there and get your message through. And in the transparency of the commissioners' meetings, they're filmed now on Facebook. So, I've actually went back and watched a few of them over the last couple of years. That's a great thing. I mean, the more access that we have to information, the more transparent that we can make things. The less anybody has to gripe about, and they can feel like they're a part of. And this whole grassroots meaning that, no more in the shadows, everything's out to light. The people are involved. So
Yes, sir.
it's a
Absolutely.
good thing, man. Cool. So I have to ask a couple of my standard questions that I'm going to be asking everybody.
Let's go.
How do you feel about the Constitution of the United States of America?
I was there to protect the people, right?
That's
That's
correct.
right. To make the government keeps them in check.
Okay.
So it protects the citizens and make sure that the government doesn't get out of hand.
Absolutely.
And so yeah, I feel strongly about it. There's Second Amendment.
Yes,
Obviously,
sir. I was my
right to
next
bear,
question. How do you feel about the Second Amendment?
right to bear arms, right?
Yes. So you're going to make sure on the commission that our rights are protected and are not infringed.
That's right.
Good.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
I'm a gun owner myself,
Yes,
and
sir.
I teach my kids. My youngest son, Aiden, he's matter of fact, well, his birthday's tomorrow, so I'm not telling him what we're getting him. So,
Right. I got you.
but yeah, he's we taught him early on. We bought him a rifle and was teaching him responsibilities of that, and that's something he's really been into.
Good.
Yeah, I mean you've got to. I believe everybody has the right to carry a firearm, protect
Sure.
themselves and their homes, and I think with the exception of criminals that
Sure.
do
I
it for,
understand.
for the wrong reasons. And,
Sure. Well, we
Yeah.
have things set in place. Absolutely. One thing that concerns me, and of course, you'll be working, but I'm sure that you've seen some of the breakdown in the city. There's a lot of talk right now about our law enforcement, especially like the breakdown of law enforcement and in bigger cities. And there was a report that was released today. I believe it was in New York. How the mayor came out with, and don't quote me on this because I haven't got the article, but they were basically coming out saying, we're no longer going to be answering for petty crimes or theft or larceny or anything like that, and we probably won't have any officers at a certain amount of time during the middle of the night, that kind of thing. Where we live, we have great law enforcement and great communities of people. So, all right, will you be focused on just making sure that our law enforcement is working in conjunction with the commissioner board and our people to make sure that we have the adequate law enforcement that we need? That goes kind of along with the crime.
Yeah, that's a great question, and I haven't read that either, but I heard about it today. I had someone at work who came up to me and was talking about it, and that's crazy. So
It is.
if,
It is.
they think it was something to the effect of during certain hours of the night,
It'll be automated.
yeah, there's no law enforcement. I mean, you're setting yourself up for that
Yes.
for problems. And isn't it Chicago? I believe that you.
I think it is. Go ahead.
So, I guess I'm forgetting where I'm going with this, but kind of with the right to bear arms and protect yourself. I mean, you see in cities where they have certain laws in place. I mean, look at the crime rate
Mm-hmm.
and look at what's going on. So yeah, I heard that this morning and it floored me.
Right. I,
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like it that we need to make sure that we maintain our composure through
Hmm.
some of these weird times and where the culture seems to be going, so we don't lose our mentality of our community.
That's right.
I feel, especially I'm a bail bondsman. I've dealt with crime and stuff for 24 years, and it's just important to me that we make sure that we have all of our local government kind of on the same page,
Yeah.
with our sheriffs and with the rights of our people, and making sure that we protect every bit of that. Yeah.
That's right, and you got to make sure because they're the board meetings quite a bit. You got to make sure they have the resources they need. So a lot of times they're coming in to get things for the department, whether it's radios or
Right.
vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta make sure you're supporting them, make sure you're staying within the budget, but you got to make sure they have what they need so they can
Absolutely.
do their jobs.
Absolutely. So, how about let's talk about concerns? Any concerns that you have that in any part of the commissioner aspect, or anything that you might be looking at changing, or something that another direction to go in, maybe?
I think unity a
Mm-hmm.
little bit. I mean, you can watch some of the board meetings and just see some of the friction that, not all,
Mm-hmm.
but some. I think you heard a year or so ago that about things being slow walked. I mean, there was
Mm.
we had some folks from local news stations that came in
I have
talked
heard
about it.
some about that. Yeah.
And go back and watch, and there definitely is in some frustrations and conversations you have one on one with certain commissioners. You can pick up on
Mm-hmm.
some things, and but I think there just needs to be unity with them. I mean, look, there needs to be diversity. Everybody's got it's got different upbringing, different opinions, and it's important to have all those things because if you and I are thinking the same way and we're on the board, we may not get the best outcome.
Right.
We need different opinions, different folks that have seen different things. So I think having all those different perspectives, listening to one another, you're not always going to agree or get along. Um, and it's could be at times I think you see it might be like a bad marriage.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. Oh yeah.
But you got to come to a common ground, for the people and make a decision. But here's the thing: once you make that decision, make it and do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like go ahead and move forward.
Sure.
Don't just let it sit. Here. We've made a decision. Let's put it in action. Move on.
Gotcha. I agree.
Go to the
I
next
agree.
thing.
Yeah. You get, and it's always good to have a common goal. You can always kind of argue a little bit about how to get there, but as long as you have a focal point, as long as you have something that you're trying to get to, it's a good thing. So
That situation I was, trying to tell you why I got involved.
was it the driveway?
It was the road, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know all about it. I'm very, very close with a lot of those people. So that was a crazy situation. I mean, we can talk about it if you want to a little bit. But
That'd be a whole nother podcast.
yeah, that would be. I kept up with it. I was in the groups. That was very, very interesting. Now,
But here's the thing with it. So that whole situation got resolved in I believe it was October 2022.
mhm.
Okay, and that in turn sat at the county desk until the first of this year,
Really?
and still nothing has.
Huh.
It still was just pushed to the side so like it would go away.
Wow.
And that's just one thing. So think
right.
about what folks in the county
Yeah.
that are bringing up concern. What's happening?
I did. I kept up with a lot of it. We're not trying to be vague on purpose, anybody, but
That's right.
there was a driveway issue that happened where there was I don't know if it was a spat over right away, but there was a lot of crazy things being done on purpose in the road, and a lot of anger issues. And I was gonna ask if it's been resolved, so it still hasn't been resolved.
Still ongoing.
Wow, that's wild, man.
So it was actually. I mean, I'll just kind of bullet point it real quick. So
Sure,
it was,
sure.
I moved here in 2020. So in 2016, there were some folks that petitioned to have this road adopted by the county.
Okay.
That happened at the end of 2016, I guess, when BB was in office. Now, I didn't know her, so
Mm-hmm.
wasn't here. Um, so some things started going in action. 2017, you've got a new commissioner in office, and that got stopped.
Okay.
So when I moved in, I just started asking questions. Why? And I'm again a whole nother podcast
Mm-hmm.
for it. But it went to Superior Court,
Okay.
and it was ruled. I could read the ruling. I actually got it in this book. So if
Gotcha.
you'd like to read it, but um, yeah, I mean it was still a part of the county road system, but nothing to be done about it.
Okay.
So there was a dispute of kind of some things in between, like how it was taken over,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I saw Shannon the last board meeting. We could play it. I've got it on if you'd like, but kind of made a comment that, hey, previous commissioners over a number of years prior to this commission had adopted roads, and it's our job as the county to take ownership of them, take care of them.
Right.
Man, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Right. Okay.
So, but that was like I said, that was the trigger of it all. But
Mm.
so.
I got you. I got you. Well, like I said, I know the people personally that was involved in that, and you couldn't ask for better people. And the way that that situation is being treated was insane to me. It was absolutely insane. So
It was wild.
I'm hoping that they can get that resolved. That's absolutely. So if you get elected, I'm sure you're going to get that resolved fairly quickly. So
Well, that's not what it's about. I mean, and
yeah,
that should have been resolved a long time ago.
sure, sure.
So that's not the goal. The goal is, hey, that was what got me in.
I
into
got
it.
you.
So,
Your trigger point.
yeah.
Yeah. And that, well, I mean,
Turning point. There
yeah,
you go.
and the things like that won't happen in the future. That needs to be dealt with, right?
Yep, you gotta
Sure.
stand up. For like I said, if there's things that have been decided and done, take it, move on,
There
do
you
it,
go.
make a decision, and go.
Gotcha. Okay. So kind of tell everybody where is District 3 in Walker County? What coverage are you gonna have? Or are you wanting?
Yes, sir. So it's most of Lafayette, Villanelle. You also have the Armuchee Valley, a little bit of Rock Spring.
Okay.
So
Noble, the Noble area. They don't
bit.
recognize it as Noble
Little
anymore,
bit.
but
a little bit, yeah.
I always call it Noble. So, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
cool,
big
man.
area. I think Lafayette, which it's not all of Lafayette, and you got about 7,000.
Yeah, I don't know that I need to see the district lines. I used to keep up with that, but I don't keep. I need to get the map drawn out and everything. So
Yeah, it's hard to see, but probably another time. But
yeah, that's
there
the
you go.
one. That's the map. I'll need to. I probably need to take that and post it on here. I'll probably post a link on this after, just so people can see where District 3 is. So yeah, that's a big chunk, right?
Yeah,
That's I guess that's the second largest chunk to District 4. So okay.
yeah. A lot of agricultural land, and
Yeah.
it's important we protect that. And
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sure. Yeah. We got all kinds of land grab stuff that we're dealing with right now. Good Lord, people are really wanting land up here, but
that's why we moved here. We got 25 acres.
yeah.
Cows and kind of a mini farm, and
Well, cool.
hope to retire here. So
Well, good, good. So, anything else that you would like to add to tonight for your candidacy? You want to talk to the people? Just tell them, give them your message.
yeah, like I said, I'm not a politician by any means. You're going to hear that a lot, and I think that's a good thing because folks
too.
are doing this for the right reasons. For me, it's not a career path. It's not a career change at all. It's about being support. How can I support you? I'm not, I'm not here to make friends per
Right.
se for the board. I'm here to run a business and do what's right for the people.
Good.
Hopefully make friends along the way. But this is about again running a business and taking care of the people. What you see is what you get. I'm going to stand up for you. I'm going to be respectful, about it, and I'm going to listen. I'm going to be accessible to you, and I'm really humble with this whole process. I would tell you, it's been very, very humbling. I'm usually the person from what I do for a living that the answer,
Yeah.
and you get asked a lot of things that you don't know the answer, but it's important. I'll give you an example of that. I had a lady the other day that was talking to. She asked me about tiny homes, and I have no idea what the ordinance is
Yeah,
on.
there's some interesting. Yeah.
But I went home that night, looked it up, and I sent it back to her, and I said, "Hey, I think this is what you're looking for."
That's awesome.
And so you've got it. You're not going to know the answers to everything, and you don't have to, because there's enough support system and people that have certain jobs that you can find the answers and be able to help. So you don't support for any candidate that's running. You're not going to know the answer for everything, and but there's people there that can help, and I'm here to help you. So really would ask for your support. If you've got any questions, I've got a Facebook page.
Yeah, tell everybody, where can they reach you at?
Yeah, it's Melvin Von Moody at Facebook.
Okay.
Is the best way. I've got email is melvin.moody@outlook.com.
Okay.
I've got a phone number on my Facebook page. I just got that phone about a week ago.
Okay.
So I don't have the number memorized, but I'm going to give it to you.
That's fine. What we'll do is we'll post all the links onto the comment section, so there'll be a lot of people that are going to go back and watch it. So sure, go ahead.
I'll give you the number now. It's 423-668-7073. So if you have any questions, that's a number strictly for the campaign. So you can reach out. I want to hear from everybody that I can, and I'm happy to come meet with you, talk to you. But May 21st is a primary.
Yes, that's correct.
That's where this is going to be decided. So, there's 3 candidates, I believe, running.
That's correct.
Brian's running again. I'm running. There's one other gentleman that is running as well. So I'm asking for your support. And please, whatever your decision, go out and vote.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With that vote, if you haven't already even done the presidential, it's still going on, and tomorrow's the big day.
Yep.
You have got to get involved, and you have to go vote. You cannot sit on the sidelines, no matter what. So, just have to say this. I got a phone call on the way here about people, the narratives being pushed on some of people talking about, people are saying not to go vote. That couldn't be any farther from the truth. You have to. I don't care what system it is. I don't care what things are going on or how you feel about the election. You have got to participate. So
yeah,
it's
whatever,
100%.
Whatever you believe in, whoever you're supporting, go out and vote.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what you got. What got to do to make a stand for what you believe.
Cool. All right. Before we go, we're gonna look at the comments real quick. Jackie Harlan, good to see you. She says, "Hi, Melvin." Joanne says Melvin with an exclamation point. We appreciate y'all checking it out. Zach Brandenburg says, "Love it. Melvin is the man." So I think I saw one of your signs in his yard on the way home.
Yeah,
so
by Colton Moore, right?
Yeah, Zach Brandenburg says, "I want a tiny home on Lookout. They need to allow this." Yeah, there's a lot of stipulations on tiny homes right now, especially in these counties. I've looked into some of that stuff myself, and it's just something that over time is going to have to be dealt with, I believe. So
yeah.
Zach also says, "I get the trailer park issue, but this is different. Tiny homes have a different clientele than trailers." So, yeah, obviously, I mean, we think about the current economy. You think about how the inflation and the home prices. A lot of people are looking for different options, campers and tiny homes and things. And, of course, that's something I believe that will come into play in the next few years, because people are really looking for cheaper options and things that they can get into where they're not in so much debt. So
yeah, I mean, look, I'm in a retail business, and so when I go shopping with the family, I mean, and I use the example of Pop-Tarts. My kids, they love Pop-Tarts, and we went to pick up a box the other day, and it was $4.99 for 12-pack, and then you turn and you look and you see great value for $2.50. Well, what are you that $2.50 is not looking too bad,
right?
And the way inflation is right now, folks are changing buying patterns. So that's no matter what it is, whether that's retail, their food, beverage, whether it's cars.
Sure. I mean,
homes.
I think you'd probably agree. Taxes have kind of gotten egregious, and I don't blame any one person. I mean, this is a national situation, but we need a good board of commissioners and a tax commissioner that's going to really try to stamp out as much of these tax inflationary procedures as we can. So
property taxes
absolutely
has been one of the other things that have been brought up a lot.
Yes, man. People are just they're finally seeing how much they're paying taxes, and then we're s- we're seeing all of this money that we pay in go out to something completely different and outside of these borders than and a lot of us are feeling a little jaded on this. So and I get folks they want to turn and they point a finger. They say, "Oh, it's a commissioner's attack." Calm down is happening everywhere, but we need people that are working together to keep those as low and bring them back down.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Zach says, I will sell my home in Naomi to build a tiny home on an overlook on Lookout in a heartbeat if they'd allow this. Yeah, well, I would too. I'd love to be on an overlook up there too. So, and he says, I love where I live. And we love having you, Zach. So,
Yeah, Jackie, Joanne.
oh yeah, we got a great group of people. This is one of the best communities you could ever be a part of, really, up here in the 14th district. So. Well, man, we appreciate it, brother. And I'm going to post the links to Melvin Von Moody running for District 3 of Commissioner. This has been thank you for helping me kick this off on the Monday night candidate night.
Love it.
And I'm sure you'll be seeing more. You can like, you can share, you can subscribe. If you know people in the area that want to get involved, if you know people that don't know Melvin, or maybe you want to share this so that you can hear it straight from his mouth, what he's doing, and this is what it's all about, so we can be better informed. And we'll be back not next Monday, but the following Monday with our next candidate. And reach out to me if you want to be on the show. Maybe we can do a couple at a time if we get too many, and we're just trying to bring this out to the people. So I appreciate everybody, and thanks again for coming on the show, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
Thanks for everyone at home, and look forward to hearing from you.
Yep. You guys have a good evening. I will see you our regular time, 9 o'clock Wednesday night.